Yes, I can.
Okay, so the point I was asking is that we have seen fair bit of growth in consumption with the hope that we'll have good monsoon and this pay panel recommendation. Do you think we are set for very high consumption growth over the next 1 year?
Yes, I think things will change. Clearly, rural demand was in pretty bad shape over the last 3 or 4 quarters. I think that will revive quite well for various reasons. I think if the GST is passed, that could create a very good impression on the markets, and by April 1st, when it is implemented, I think that could be very good for the economy, very good for consumption, and very good for growth.
Mr. Godrej, good morning. So can you try and quantify that for us? I mean, if the cabinet does clear the 7th pay panel report by tomorrow, then say for a company like Godrej Industries, what could the impact be on revenues? Because the revenues have been extremely steady so far. In the year gone by, you did more than 15%. What kind of a growth rate are you looking at over the next couple of years?
I think I'm looking at an acceleration of growth rate by about 5 percentage points with the good monsoon and with the pay panel implementation. And it could be much more if the GST is also implemented.
Okay.
Okay. Just a word on monsoon, Mr. Godrej, because till about 3 months back, it looked like we'll have a really good monsoon. And while, chances are that we could still have a good monsoon, there's some troubles in terms of distribution. What are your channel checks indicating, especially in terms of rural demand growth?
No, I think the monsoon is progressing very well, exactly as predicted. It was predicted that the monsoon would have a slow start and then pick up fast. Now it is expected to reach all parts of India by early July, as predicted earlier. And the rains in July and August are expected to be very good. But what is really very encouraging is that the prediction is for 3 or 4 good monsoons because of the La Nina effect in the Pacific Ocean. So that should be extremely good for the next few years.
Okay. You spoke about how the revenue growth for your company could exceed by about 5% because of the good monsoon situation and the pickup. But I wanted to understand operationally how things are looking now, because your margins for Godrej Industries as a whole has been under 6% for a while. I understand that there's plenty of competition in the consumption space, with the onset of Patanjali, etc. But do you think that input cost pressures could also keep margins under check below that 6% level in FY17?
No, Godrej Industries is a holding company, so I think it's not right to see its numbers as signifying consumer demand. Godrej Consumer Products is what one should look at. We've had very good margins. Value growth has been low, but volume growth has been good. Profit growth has been very good, and we expect that will improve with the good monsoons, with the pay commission implementation, and especially with GST.
Specifically for your agrovet business and chemicals business, Mr. Godrej, what kind of year do you expect if we have a good monsoon?
I think agrovet will do extremely well. Agrovet suffered a little in the last financial year because of the second bad monsoon in a row. It has already shown good signs of pickup with the monsoon predictions being good, and we expect it should have a very good year. Also in Godrej Agrovet, we made 2 very important acquisitions which will kick in strongly this year.
Okay, so for Nature's Basket, which has been doing very well, and Godrej Tyson as well, along with Creamline, what kind of growth rates do you expect for some of these businesses?
No, we don't like to predict growth rates. All I can say is we expect better growth than in the previous year, and we expect the general economy of the country also to improve, so that will have its effects also.
Mr. Godrej, we've seen quite a bit of volatility in crude prices. From the lows, there's been quite a bit of rally, and now, of course, we've started to see a bit of a decline as well. How's that going to impact your overall margin situation in some of the products which use crude and crude derivatives?
Well, when commodity prices such as crude oil, vegetable oils, etc., go down, it benefits our group. However, there was a period a few months ago where the commodity prices were at a very low level. They have risen a little from there. After the Brexit announcement, again, commodity prices have taken a little beating. So, but commodity prices generally are lower than what they were a year ago, so our group should benefit.
Okay, Mr. Godrej, we'll leave it at that. Thank you for joining us and giving us your view. So expect a big boost to consumption post the 7th Pay Commission getting implemented. Remember, the Cabinet will be taking up the 7th Pay Commission recommendation tomorrow itself. And Mr. Godrej saying that for Godrej Industries particularly, from a 15% revenue growth that they did last year, they expect an additional 5% growth this year on account of good monsoons and a boost in consumption. Let's get back to the